In this video, we're going to do 4 things. Talk about Jesus books for babies, Bibles for babies, books for older babies, and a final chant. So first, books for little babies. This book, J is for Jesus, is a book I read every day to my little baby, and it has good content, it rhymes, it's high contrast. Black and white, of course, is good for babies. Good pictures. Highly recommend this resource. Of course, there are a number of books that are these crinkle cloth books. This one, God Made the World, ends with a mirror, which is interesting for a baby. This book by Crest Publishing is available also through Walmart. There are 4 of these little stories, and they end with a Bible verse. There are good colors, good pictures, and just short little stories, very short board books for babies. These are good too. I used to read them several times a day to my oldest one. This book, called Jesus, has 1 word on each page. So if you're teaching your older child to read, or you just want to show pictures and 1 word for your small baby, this is a really good resource. Jesus. The Beginner's Bible has this, stories about Jesus, very bright colors, very little text and bright colors. So this is a good one to start with too. In terms of scripture memorization for babies, you might find an ABC Bible verse book. Here's one. I like this one because it has bright colors. It is kind of long for a small baby. Right now my baby is almost 4 months, and it's kind of long for him, but in the right mood he'll listen to the whole thing. And hopefully one day be able to say all these verses A through Z. These books, there are 3 of them that I have. The Gospel, Jesus, and God. The colors are not so vibrant, but they're very clear and simple, to the point. So I would recommend these. This is basic theology for babies. They may not understand everything, of course, but very clear. So now we're going to transition into talking about Bibles. I mentioned the Beginner's Bible Stories for Jesus. Here is the whole Beginner's Bible. One thing I like besides the vivid pictures is that these little toys, this is Jonah and the whale, these toys come with this Bible. I mean, you can buy them separately, but they match. This is the same as the picture Jonah. I haven't found any other toys, though, that go with the Beginner's Bible. There are also videos, also vibrant colors for the videos. And this one is nice, the Rhyme Bible. I like this because it rhymes. Rhymes are easy to say, easy to remember, easy to listen to. I can read 300 pages of this. My 4-year-old will listen to this, and has for a couple of years. The Bible app is something I'm also fond of, and you can get this Bible that accompanies it. So those are Bibles. Now we're going to talk about resources for older ones. I mentioned my 4-year-old. This is a good resource called Big Thoughts for Little Thinkers. There's the mission, the Trinity, the Scripture, and the Gospel. So this is more text. There are fewer pictures. The pictures are bright though. It does not rhyme, but it's very clear. It gives you much more than the other ones I showed you, the Gospel, God, and Jesus books. If you want to explain church planning, missions, things like that, this is Hudson on Mission. It's similar to the Beginner's Bible, large eyes and things. It's a really good read. If you don't have any other mission resources for your little ones, I recommend this one. The pictures are captivating, and the story is easy to follow for my little 4-year-old. If your little one is starting to read, very early reading, this is called A Reason for Reading New Testament series. It's easy for them to read, very easy Bible stories. However, this resource is extremely expensive. I recommend finding them used, but even used, these are very expensive. However, at the dollar store from Greenbrier International, you can get these. This is also a reader, bright pictures. It's much more advanced, of course, so you might read this to your children, but of course very different. So this would be on the high end of the spectrum. This would be the low end in terms of cost. So these are good resources. In terms of Bible memory for older ones, There are these books. They're by Catherine O'Brien. They have a lot of repetition, nice pictures again. One thing I will say about I can do all things through Christ. It mentions Christ. It mentions how you can receive Christ, which is good. However, the verse is taken out of context. Like I can go without food is kind of the meaning in Philippians. So it's taken out of context, but it does talk about the gospel. So that's a positive. Finally, the last resource I want to talk about, R.C. Sproul, The Lightlings. This is a nice story. The pictures are kind of dark. My son likes them. There's light and there's dark, basically. It covers some good theology, a lot of text. You might consider this. I saw it in a homeschool curriculum course for first graders, but again, my 4-year-old asked for it again and again. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you and share with you is a little chant I made up when my son was maybe 2 years old, my first one. And because of this chant, he learned to spell Jesus when he was 2. It goes like this. Hope you can do this along with me. J-E-S-U-S, Jesus, Jesus. J-E-S-U-S, Jesus, Jesus. So if you want your little one to learn to spell Jesus, that's a simple, fun way to do it that I made up. So hope this was helpful for you. I'm not going to post affiliate links. You can ask me for more information if you want. I recommend buying these resources used or finding them out of the library, borrowing them from a friend. Many of them can be found on Facebook or Craigslist or some other resources that can provide free things. Thanks. Bye.